welcome to my channel. My name is Monica and I'm an independent sales ambassador with Avon, and today I have my campaign 24 purchases. And if you follow Avon, you know that campaign 24 is come and gone, and we are now in campaign 25 right here. And I did place my order for this, but it has not come in yet, or I think I would have combined them, but I didn't buy too much. As I mentioned before, I'm sort of winding down the year. I mean, I think everybody kind of is, and I'm just, like I said, not purchasing too much, but I did pick up a few items. And one of the items that I picked up was the Rice Water Bright Cleansing Facial Wipes. I do like these. I like these better, but Avon's not going to be carrying these anymore. So I was a little sad about that, but these are pretty good. I like these as well. So I did get some of those, and I also picked up the Avon Senses Merry Mistletoe Hair and Body Mist. Avon did send me the body lotion, but they didn't send the mist, so I thought, oh, I'll pick up the mist as well because it smells really pretty. So that's that right here. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, it's so pretty. It's got that kind of, has a little bit of a berry kind of scent, you know, not super berry, but it's kind of berry, but a little off, you know. It's really pretty, and I do really like it. Yeah, this is really nice. During, let's see, winter, my signature scent is usually Twisted Peppermint with, and you can get that at Bath and Body Works, I believe. And this year I decided to do something a little different, so that's why I wanted to pick this up, and I think this will smell really nice in the hair and just kind of floating around. I think it would be really pretty. Speaking of hair, I did color my hair today, so that's why I'm kind of in a good mood, and it came out really nice. And I'm going to link below this hair tutorial that I found about how to section your hair while coloring it. And I think it really helped, and I think it did a really good job. So like I said, I'll link that below, and if you color your hair at home, give it a try, and I think you will, you'll do a good job too. I know that I always miss here and there trying to color my own hair. It's not the easiest thing to do. Well, like from here to here is easy, but the back is a little more difficult. And like I said, I think I did a good job. So I'll leave that linked below. Also, I picked up these How Do I Look? I love eye patches, and I usually give these away to customers who have ordered with me because I love to give a little gift. And I also picked up these hand lotions. I like to give these as well. So I picked up 2 of those, and that was it. There was nothing else for me to kind of get into. There was a lot of things I probably could have picked up, but I don't need to be buying any more right now, and I'll tell you why in a bit. But let's move on to my hair loss update. Last video I told you I was going through a really terrible hair loss, and I was buying all kinds of hair thickening and serums and all this stuff, and really I kind of knew it was hormonal. But what was a really big surprise was that it turns out that my iron is really low, and what started that was that in August and subsequently, but not as bad as August was the really bad month, is I had a really bad period. I had a really, really heavy bleed to where I was looking up on Dr. Google how much blood loss is dangerous. I was really quite scared, and I've never even had this type of cycle when I was younger, so that's why it sort of alarmed me. And that it hasn't been as heavy the following months. It's been still kind of heavy, but it just it really tanked my iron and my ferritin stores. And I'll see if I can put this is my lab work. I'll see if I can put it up here. I don't know, it's kind of long, so even if I shrink it down, you might not be able to see it. But anyways, in July, when I had my blood work done, my iron was at 143, and the range is like 13 to 150. So I was pretty high, it was never been a problem. And this past month, when I did my blood work again, it was down to 35. Now I'm not anemic, but it is pretty low. And not only did it cause a lot of hair loss, it caused my nails to split, and it even caused some issues with my thyroid T3 conversion. So yikes, I'm having a little health crisis here. So I am on some iron supplementation, and we're going to try and get, my hormones a little bit better balanced. And so that was a little bit of a scary thing, but I'm glad that, I kind of figured it out, and, I have like a fix. I just had an appointment with my naturopath this morning, and so after telling her all this, she's going to adjust my hormones so that I don't have to go through that again, which was not very fun at all. All right. Also, I mentioned, or I didn't mention, but in my thumbnail, it looks like I'm going to go through a move, and yes, I will be moving from this house right here to our desert home. We did sell this home, and it just sort of kind of came up out of the blue, really. It was sort of the plan to sell this home and move and retire to the desert, but I don't think we were really planning that for like a couple more years. And so what happened is that our neighbors across the street, they finally passed away, and that house was sold. And the people who were looking at that house were really more interested in the size of our house. So the real estate agent left us a little note, and we're just like, well, should we entertain this? And so we did, and we kind of had a little bit of an open house, and we had a couple of people look at it. And the couple that was interested in bid on another house that they were a little more interested in, and they lost that bid. They took another offer, and then they revisited this house, and I think they ended up liking this one a little bit better, even though it's a little smaller than what they wanted. But they're an elderly couple, and they just kind of, they just want this to be like the rest of their life house. And so we just sort of entered into negotiations with them, and our house is in escrow. It's not fully through escrow. They could still back out. I don't think that's going to happen since their house sold, so they need to move. And for us, it's like no big deal, because we have our fallback is we were going to rent out this house, so, and then we can just live in the desert. But I have always I love it in the desert, and I've always really wanted to move there and get rid of this house. But now that it's happening, I'm full of apprehension, so I'm still kind of excited about it, but again, still, like somebody's going to take my house. Like, I've lived here for 28 years. It's like, what do you mean I have to move, And the other thing that I think is really bothering me that I've been working on, is we have to move 28 years of crap, and you just cannot really imagine how much you accumulate over time. And I'm stressed out about it. Like, oh God, here we go, more hair loss, right? With stress. But yeah, as my husband says, it's like a new adventure. And I guess why we're just deciding to do this now is that my husband's job, he's an offshore oil engineer, and his new project doesn't start till well into the new year. And he has time now. And he just decided, well, we should probably just get this done, because his projects can go on for 2-3 years, and a lot of times he is offshore. He'll be, last time he was in Brazil, he was offshore for like a month, and then nothing gets done, so we just decided, well, time is now, so we decided to do it. And yeah, so that's my news. So a little haul, a little hair loss update, and a little move. So I don't know. I'm still, like I said, a little apprehensive about it, but I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine, I think the other the other element, God, there's so many elements to this, is that our renovation in the desert house is not done. So there is basically bare bones kitchen. There's no oven. There's no dishwasher. I'm going to be cooking with a microwave. This cooktop is still there. And oh, we have a grill. That'll be all right. We'll work it out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But I'm kind of an oven and a cooktop girl. So I'm missing my oven. I'll be missing it but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We've designed the kitchen, so we know where all the stuff is going, but we haven't picked out cabinets. And we did pick out appliances, so at least that's done. The main holdup for us in that house is the flooring. We have been going back and forth with the flooring forever, and I think because the house is really, really long, and we had to take out the flooring because it was old and crumbly, and we couldn't replace it, or we would have tried to like patch it or repair it, but we had to take out the whole entire floor. And then flooring is really expensive, and we picked out a tile, but then we went with something else, and then we decided, well, are you sure this is the one we want? I guess the problem with that is that it's so expensive that once that tile is down, you got to go with it. You got to live with it. It's done. It's going to be a done deal. And so we've kind of been waffling back and forth with, the floor, because the decision is pretty permanent and it's pretty expensive. So yeah, that's where we're at. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, my chatter, and check out Campaign 25 online, and almost dropped it. And that's it for me, and I hope you are having a great day, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.